A New York judge has threatened to throw Harvey Weinstein in jail after he was caught using 2 cell phones in court, despite previous warnings to put the devices away. Now, it was the second day of the closely watched rape trial in Manhattan. The movie mogul had entered the courtroom earlier using a walker. Right now, these are live images of him getting into a car. Prosecutors asked earlier that the case be postponed, given new rape and sexual assault charges filed in Los Angeles on Monday. The judge kept the bail conditions. The 67-year-old maintains all sexual encounters were consensual. Right now, you can see that car driving off with Harvey Weinstein and what looked like his attorney. Well, for the latest on the story, let's go live to New York. Our correspondent Mike Wagenheim is there. Mike, drama today over a cell phone or 2 in court. What actually happened in court? Why did the judge threaten to throw Harvey Weinstein in jail?
Benita, you've got kids, and you probably tell them, get off your cell phone, stop texting, pay attention. That's basically what the judge said, because you can't use your cell phone in the courtroom. And he's admonished Weinstein a few times already in prior motions and hearings in this case. You can't do it. And yet he did it again. So the judge came in, strapped on his robe, and said, I suggest you invoke your Fifth Amendment right not to incriminate yourself, but I just want to ask you rhetorically, is it worth going to jail over, texting? You can't put away your cell phone. Weinstein just kind of shook his head in disgust or disagreement, but it was a scene before the purpose of today's hearing, which was jury pre-screening, even got underway. There were a number of motions, too. The defense saying that those recent charges coming down yesterday from the Los Angeles district attorney in 2 separate sexual assaults, alleged sexual assaults leading up to the 2013 Oscars, that those charges were timed just to taint the jury pool, saying that it couldn't be just a coincidence that those indictments were handed down yesterday, and they wanted what they said was a cooling off period to get it out of the news cycle before jury pre-screening got underway. The judge said, no, that's not happening. Meanwhile, the prosecution saying that those new charges out of Los Angeles make Weinstein even more of a flight risk, and his bail should be revoked, even without this cell phone nonsense. The judge said that no to that as well. So jury pre-screening got underway. About 500 jurors are going to take part in this process. It began this morning. They sit in the jury box 12 at a time. They get sworn in, and they're asked a number of questions, basic things like what's your job, what do you know about crime and the law, but also a question specific to this case, like, do you know anybody in the entertainment industry? Do you know anybody who's ever been physically or sexually assaulted? The ones that obviously should have no part in this case are weeded out immediately, and then over the next couple of weeks, more fine-tuning. The prosecution, the defense, and even the judge can strike potential jurors. They'll get it within 2 weeks, whittled down to 12 jurors and 6 alternates, and on January 21st, Judge James Burke wants this 2-month trial to finally get underway.
And bringing us those developments as they happen, correspondent Mike Wagenheim reporting live from New York.